The Year of the Dog, Chapter 28. Here comes Chinese New Year. The one holiday Mom and Dad did know how to celebrate was Chinese New Year. Sometimes we thought they celebrated it too well, especially when Mom made us clean. Pacey, clean the mirrors, Mom would say. Lissy, vacuum the carpet. Kiki, polish the furniture. Everything has to be clean for Chinese New Year. And we would have to sweep and mop and brush and polish everything. We were glad when we were finished. After that, Mom and Dad took out their Chinese New Year decorations. Mom hung up a bright red sign with a black Chinese symbol on it upside down on our door. It says good luck, Mom told us. Hanging it upside down means good luck has already come in. Mom took us shopping for new clothes. Everything has to be new for the new year, she told us. Oh, and I have to cut your hair too. Mom always cut our hair as part of the New Year tradition. We had to cut it the day before New Year's because it was bad luck to cut your hair on New Year's Day. Mom had us sit on the high stool in the kitchen and put a big white plastic cloth around our necks. Then she would wear her red and green plaid raincoat, take out her scissors, and cut our hair. Lissy wanted to get her hair cut at a fancy salon in the mall, but Mom said it was too expensive. But I wanted to look good, Lissy pouted. They cut it just the same, Mom said. No, Lissy said, a girl in my class says they cut her hair in layers. That's American hair, Mom said. You can't cut our hair in that special way. It's too straight. But if you cut it, Lissy said, it'll look just like Pacey's and Kiki's hair. I'm older. Mine should look different. Okay, I'll cut it differently, Mom said. Did I ever tell you about the time they cut my hair in school? Haircut at school. Do you remember how I told you that the schools in Taiwan were different from here? Every day our uniforms had to be crisp and spotless, and our hair had to be straight and combed and never longer than our ears. They were very strict about these rules. Every day when we entered the school building, a teacher waited at the door to inspect us. She was a horrible woman. She had a long, sharp nose like a knife, and her hair was pulled back so tightly that it looked like it was painted onto her skull. She was always watching and waiting, her eyes scanning for any imperfections. My hair always grew so fast. Grandma had to cut it all the time, much more than she cut my sister's hair. I hated getting my hair cut. I always felt like it was such a bother. But one day on my way to school, I touched my hair. It was just a little bit longer than my ears, but it was longer by such a small amount that I ignored it. I thought the teacher wouldn't notice. But as I got closer to the school, I began to feel nervous. I could see her at the door studying the line of students the same way a hungry cat would study a line of mice. I fluffed my hair up, hoping that would make it look shorter. I saw a group of girls in front of me. I joined them, staying at the back. I hoped that they would hide me, but they didn't. As I walked through the door, the teacher pointed at me. She pointed at me with a stern face that seemed to be made of steel. No, she barked at me like an army sergeant. Your hair is too long. I felt like a fish trapped under frozen water as she reached into her pocket and took out a pair of scissors. She seized a handful of my hair, and I felt the cold metal points on my neck. Snip, snip! I saw my hair flutter down to the ground like a dying moth. Go, the teacher said. Like a rabbit hearing a gun fired, I jumped away. While I hurried away from her, I touched my hair, and I almost stopped still from shock. She had only cut one side. One side was cut very short, above my ear, while the other was below my ear. It was lopsided. I looked so ridiculous. For the whole day, I had to have that bad haircut. Mom finished. As soon as school was over, I ran all the way home so Grandma could cut it all one length. That's not the kind of different I mean, Lissy said. I know, Mom said. When Lissy's hair was done, I thought it looked the same as Zoa's, but Mom got a curling iron and curled her bangs and brushed them out. Lissy's hair was all fluffy, like a poodle's, but when Lissy looked in the mirror, she was happy.